Welcome, Battle Brothers. I am the Epic Narrator, and it feels good to be back. It's been a while since I've done a narration. This is the Horus Heresy, aboard Horus's battle barge by Bill King, taken from White Dwarf number 161. Enjoy. Even though the shield's impact makes the Imperial Palace shake, with a screech of tortured stone, an angel topples from its alcove high on the throne room wall and crashes to the marble floor a kilometre below. It shatters into a million pieces. Splinters of stone flash across the hall like shrapnel. From his throne, the Emperor watches his warriors mill around in confusion. This hall holds tens of thousands of men, seasoned veterans, and all now panicking. He knows they are more frightened by his silence than by the enemy. They look at him for leadership, and he can give them none. For the first time in his millennia-long life, the Emperor knows despair. The magnitude of his defeat stuns him. The lunar bases have fallen. Most of the Earth is under the War Master's heel. Rebel titans towering 30 foot high surround the palace and are held at bay only by the desperate efforts of a few loyalists. It is only a matter of time before the palace's defences fall and fail, and the last bastions of resistance are destroyed. "Sire, what are your orders?" asks Rogel Dawn, the massive dark-haired primarch of the Imperial Fists. His golden armour has lost its lustre. It's dented in a dozen places by bolter shells. The Emperor doesn't answer. He's lost within himself, seeking answers to his own questions. He has come at last to this dark place, the time of testing, the era hidden from his precognition vision and beyond which he cannot see. The moment he has always dreaded has arrived. Is my time over? He wonders. Is this where it all ends? Is this why I have reached the limits of my prophetic power? Is this where I die? He felt bewildered. Even now, the traitor War Master's forces were battering the gate. He finds it difficult to believe that he has been betrayed. Horus was more than a trusted comrade, more like a favoured son. Of all the primarchs, the Emperor relied on him the most. Not for a second had the Emperor doubted him. Not even when word had come from the savage worlds that the War Master was gathering forces. He had deluded himself that Horus must have good reason to do so without consulting him. I should have been warned by the failure of my precognition, he thinks to himself. "Sire, what are your orders?" asks Cain, acting Fabricator General of the Adeptus Mechanicus. He stares at the Emperor, a trick of light turning the glass slits of his brass mask into accusing eyes. Once more the Emperor does not reply. Cain's presence reminds him that not even the head of the Adeptus is to be trusted. His superior, the former Fabricator General, had chosen to side with Horus. On Mars, civil war rages between factions of the tech priests. Ancient forbidden weapons are being deployed, viral plagues kill millions, fusion bombs scar the Earth. So much will be lost, he thinks, of the slow piecing together of the old science. The Librarian Technologicus is in flames now, ancient core data systems in meltdown. The time of the rebuilding is over. The Great Crusade, as much as a quest for lost knowledge as a war to reclaim the human worlds, is ended. The War Master's treachery has seen to that. "Sire, what are your orders?" asks Sanguinius, angel-winged primarch of the Blood Angels. He gazes at the Emperor with blazing eyes, his face a mask of terrible beauty. The Emperor knows. They rely on him for guidance. They still believe in him. They think he can lead them from this trap. They are wrong. Horus is the greatest general the galaxy has ever known. Who should know better than his creator? He is schooled by a century of warfare. There will be no way out, no loopholes, no flaws in the plan. The War Master would have to be mad to leave one. The Emperor looks down on the faces of his followers. sees the trust written there, feels the weight of responsibility it brings. He knows that for their sake he must try, even if it is hopeless. He casts forth his clairvoyant sight, lets his mind drift beyond the ruined gardens of the palace, over the fields where colossal titans battle by the twisted light of the sculpted moon. He sees the whole war spread out beneath him, his pitifully outnumbered legions being mown down by the traitor hordes. He reaches up to the sky where he senses the fleet of battle barges that rain orbital doom upon the tortured earth. Amid those 1,000 glittering points he finds the Warmaster. Hope flickers within him. The shields of Horus's ship are down. Briefly he wonders why. Is the traitor's confidence so overwhelming? Does he wish to witness the battle himself? Or is it a trap? The Emperor touches the shield and recoils from what he senses within. How could Horus have done that? Made a pact with the ultimate abomination. The Emperor comes to a decision. Trap or not, this is the only opportunity he will get. He has no option but to seize it. The position is so desperate. Even as his spirit returns to his body, the ominous thought strikes him that the Warmaster must know this. "What are your orders, sire?" Sanguinius asks again. The Emperor's eyes snap open. His voice is full of authority. "Prepare to teleport. We will take the battle to the enemy." The men smile confidently. They now have a purpose. While he inputs the teleport coordinates, they move. Without question, they obey. A flash of light, a feeling of coldness. They have teleported into the Warmaster's ship. The Emperor takes an instant to reorientate himself and realizes that something has gone wrong. He stands in a vast warped chamber with only a few Marines in attendance. The Terminators and the Primarchs are not present. How is this possible, he wonders. Could Horus have disrupted the teleportation beam? Is he so powerful? Thank you for listening, Battle Brothers. You will have to tune in for part 2, where Horus is going to face the Emperor one-on-one. If you enjoyed this narration, remember to like and subscribe to the chapter. Just a like and a subscribe really does help the chapter grow. And in case you don't know, we've also got an Instagram and a Twitch live stream now. You can find those links on the YouTube homepage. Why not join the community? And until next time, brothers, may the Emperor protect you through Nurgle's blood.